Hello, this is Randy. Welcome back to another episode of Brain Break with Randy and Keitho. When I was a boy, there was something that I'd never done. One time we were way out east in Tucson, and for some reason, the kids that I was with, who were older than me, they had figured out where one of their teachers lived. I don't remember who this teacher was. I just know I never had him as a teacher. They said, we're going to go and TP his house. Now, I knew that TP stood for toilet paper, but I had never seen, as far as I recall, TPing at that point. Well, I don't remember how much TP we went and got from the grocery store. We went and bought it. And we proceeded to put as much TP as we could over that house, over the tree, around the tree. We even spelled out things on the lawn and watered it into the lawn. It was terrible. Can't imagine how that turned out when it all dried. And I got kind of bored with it. I didn't know the person we were TPing. And the other kids seemed to get excited about it. They thought it was kind of fun. And so I tried to go along and felt kind of stupid. But as we were doing this, TPing the house, they showed up home from their date. It never occurred to me that their kids might be in the house. We were scaring them. I don't know if that was the case. We ran off. And in later times, as a teenager, I had a friend whose parents were really into Year Supply. They had a house perfect for storing it. They had like a storeroom in this house. My friend would go in, get one of those big cases of toilet paper from the back, and we would take that out and go TPing. It wasn't until he got caught when they finally finished the front of the TP and realized that there wasn't anything behind that he had taken all of these cases of toilet paper. Our TPing days were over using free toilet paper. I feel a little bit bad that we did those kind of things. I didn't realize how frustrated it made me until I got older. One night I was home and my wife woke me, just like you see in the movies. She said, "Hey, something going on out in the yard." Our bedroom was towards the backyard. So I got up and I just had my pajama bottoms on, and I opened the door and I saw these kids. I knew who they were. They were from my preschool. They were TPing my house, my cars, and it frustrated me. I caught them, and the three younger boys, which would have been first-year priests and first-year explorer scouts, they didn't run off. But the other boy did. He was on some kind of a scooter. Never did quite catch him, but thought my lungs were going to explode trying. And so I went back, and these three boys were cleaning up their mess. They filled my trash can with toilet paper. And they rather apologetically told me they did it because they love me. I said, "Yeah, I love you too. Keep cleaning. Let's get rid of this toilet paper. I don't want my kids to see it." That was the last time I got TP'd that I know of, until my daughter was in junior high, my oldest daughter. We came home from a trip, and somebody had TP'd the house. We didn't think much of it, but we went into the backyard afterwards the next day after we cleaned up the mess in the front yard. And these kids that had TP'd the house wrote some inappropriate things on our back fence with shaving cream. Now, our back fence was just concrete block. And so I was able to wash that out, and I told the kids, "Don't worry about it." Sent them back into the house. But the bad thing is that I didn't know this about shaving cream, but it must be the surfactants or something that was in it. That didn't wash off. So the next time it rained, you could see what they wrote in several places. And so I went out and I scrubbed, and I used abrasives and all kinds of things trying to get that up. It never really came up. So whenever it would rain, I'd keep the kids looking out the front door. Let's watch TV. Let's do something else so that when the ball dries, we won't see what's there. So anyway, that was one adventure that I had as a boy, TPing or putting toilet paper on someone's house. After the pandemic, toilet paper was in short supply. I don't think any of us will ever do that again. At least I hope not. I remember during the pandemic, I chanced upon a dollar store, and it had toilet paper and I think rubbing alcohol. Ed just got it in, and you were limited to 2 rolls of toilet paper. Well, I bought 2 rolls. I sent my wife back to buy another couple of rolls, and we each bought a bottle of rubbing alcohol. I don't know if rubbing alcohol was a problem where you guys live, but here in Mesa, it was literally non-existent, and you needed it for sanitizer. all of us were unsure about how to sanitize. And Purell and the other hand sanitizers, those were gone. Just like the big packages of toilet paper that were gone. I knew a pharmacist that had a 55-gallon drum of like 90 some odd percent isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and he diluted it to the proper 70% and then sold it. Little tiny bottle, he sold it for like $5. He made a killing, but it was the only alcohol you could buy. I don't know if he did the right thing or not. I guess that's up to him. Certainly made a lot more profit than his other business did, at least until that was gone. Sometimes we do things that are fun, and sometimes we do things that we think are fun and they're kind of stupid. When we're young, we don't necessarily have the capacity to understand what's really right and what's really wrong. There's way too much gray area when we're young. As we get older, we start to understand, I hope, the difference between right and wrong. Hopefully, better decisions. Some people do, some people don't. I hope I'm one of those people that does make a better decision as I get older. I know I'm far from perfect. As much as I'd like to say I am getting better, I don't know that I am, but I try hard. So that's my story about toilet papering. Not too exciting. One of these times we'll have to talk about stealing pumpkins. Have a great one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy your day, your evening, whenever you're watching this, that you make good choices and conserve your toilet paper. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And if you can, leave a comment.